to live in the cool blue ocean, rich with sea creatures and various colorful aquatic flora. Each fish folk is minding and doing their own business, having their own place. But this story will focus on one specific creature. Yes, that orange and white fish. That clownfish will set out on exploring the great wide unknown and proving herself to her mom. Let us find what she will discover in her adventure.
You are in big trouble, young girl.
Mommy! Help me!
I'm coming, Nika!
Get under me, kids!
Mom! Mom!
Nika! Nika! Oh, Nika! No! Nika! 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 Oh, no! Nika! No! Nika! 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 Oh, no! Nika!
Mommy! Mommy!
Oh my gosh!
Who are you? I want to go home. Do you know where my mom is?
Your mom's probably in the other enclosure. But where are you from? I'm from the fish pond.
I'm from the ocean.
What? You're from the ocean? Then what are you doing here?
While roaming the sea, I was captured by a man. Excuse me, but I don't have the time to explain and I need to get home. My mother is probably worried about me. I can't seem to find a way to get out. It feels like I'm being secluded and confined in a small space. Unlike at home. Take a look at the other fish.
Their brand, but no, I'm not getting paid for that. But Melafix is what you want to do. But check this out. So, healthy angelfish, they're going to the surface because they see me and they're waiting for the food. And he's back there secluded. He's isolated. And, that's no bueno. It's no good.
I know that look, Nika. Because of the limited space that we currently occupy, we are more vulnerable to disease transmission from one fish to another.
Besides that, because of the tight space, we can easily suffer from stress, which causes us to become aggressive and participate in a fight, which contributes to us having a physical injury, such as a fin wound.
Why is she dead?
It's probably because of the water, as a population to space ratio leads to poorer water quality and less oxygen, which, in extreme cases, frequently results in the death of our co-fishes.
It must be really, really, really hard to live here. Is there anything they could do to avoid these things from happening?
They only need to make enough room for us. One general rule is to give each of us a gallon of water per inch. However, this rule must be modified based on our growth, as well as the frequency and volume of our wastes.
Oops, I'm sorry, but it seems like my stomach is grumbling because it hasn't eaten anything for hours. Yesterday, they did provide food for us, but sad to say, it was insufficient and it did not really fit my diet.
Oh, poor fish.
Yeah, I know, but I heard that Gararufa is from a zoo and that he was starved there. Take a look at him. In the Philippines, he can be seen doing fish pedicures for human at Manila Ocean Park. However, under normal circumstances, he does not consume the dead skin of human feet, but due to his extreme starvation, he is compelled to do so. What a life indeed. But it doesn't mean that overfeeding is also healthy for us. It can also affect our mortality rates and impact our production negatively. Moreover, those leftover food that we can no longer consume increases the ammonium of the water, affecting its quality.
Is that so? Back in the ocean, since we are the ones who hunt and gather our food, we only rely on our instincts when it comes to quantity. I did not know that you can also be overfed. Hey, if under and overfeeding affects your production, why are there many younglings here?
Oh, those were catch young from Guimaras, Philippines. Humans call them bycatch. They are caught accidentally because of the small mesh sizes used by fishermen. In a way, we do not know what fate is better for them, to be tossed back severely injured to the ocean or to be included here. It can even cause overfishing, which can harm biodiversity.
That is quite saddening to be honest. For us older fishes, at least we already enjoyed our lives in the ocean. But for you young ones, it's as if it was snatched before you even had the chance to experience it. There are even fishes who are catched, bred, and raised only to be slaughtered inhumanely.
Oh, yes, the fish friend of my cousin's mother on my father's side told me the same thing. There are fishes who had their gills cut while they were still alive. Ugh! But there's worse. Once we are brought to the wet markets, we are left out in the open air. And do you know why they do those to us? Do you?
Uh, Sorry, I don't.
It is to show that we are still fresh. Imagine, you are left to suffer longer just for a preference of some folk who prefer their food fresh.
Ooh, it's not going to be your problem if only they think about our welfare, for a change. Do they not know that our well being also affects our body and our taste? That way, everyone's gonna be happy, right? I just hope that those folk try to educate themselves about our needs.
I do hope as well. I hope Mommy finds me. Mommy, please find me.
Due to exhaustion, Nika lost her consciousness. Will she ever be reunited with her mom? What more dangers await in her in this new environment? We will find out in the next episode of Finding Nika. Before talking about the fish welfare problems, let us know first what is fish farming. Fish are raised in enclosures for food production in a practice known as fish farming. In terms of producing animal food, it is expanding the quickest. Today, these artificial environments are used to raise roughly half of the fish consumed worldwide. These aqua farms can be either concrete enclosures on land or mesh cages submerged in natural bodies of water. So here are the summarized welfare problems that have been shown in the episode of Finding Nika. First is overcrowding. Numerous fish are kept in captivity with such little room at fish farms and zoos. due to the restricted space available. They become more vulnerable to diseases spread from one fish to another as a result. Moreover, it causes stress, rage, and physical harm. Next is underfeeding and overfeeding. Due to the large number of fishes present, the food supply sometimes falls short of what they need to eat. The Gara rufa fish, often known as the doctor fish or nibble fish, and commonly kept in zoos, is one example of a fish that is starving. In the Philippines, places like Manila Ocean Park offer fish pedicures where visitors can see these species. These fish would not typically consume the dead skin of human feet, but because of extreme malnutrition, they are compelled to do so. Overfeeding lowers production and increases mortality rates, especially in the fingerling stage when the fish are more susceptible to water quality. Extra feed degrades water quality and stunts fish growth by raising ammonium and dissolved solids levels. Inhumane killing. Some people use killing techniques that prolong the suffering of the fish because they value efficiency and time over the welfare of the fish. Among these is removing the fish's gills while it's still breathing and letting it drown in the air. These incidents frequently occur in wet marketplaces around the world, including in the Philippines. These are typically performed to demonstrate that the fish are still alive and fresh because of their audible gasp. Non-targeted animal bycatch. Small mesh-sized fishing nets are employed in capture-based aquaculture to collect seeds, which leads to an increase in bycatch. Bycatch tends to be caught in the same stages as the target species, since they are frequently trapped as juveniles. Stressors that affect wild fish include handling, contact with fishing equipment, and enclosing techniques. Next is stocking density. Fish discomfort could result from an insufficient stocking density because it hinders them from engaging in other typical activities like seeking safety or hiding from hostile fish. The ecosystem in which fish reside may also be an issue. And last but not the least, the overall life cycle of a fish. Fish have a limited life cycle that includes being born, growing, breeding, and catching. They don't have the opportunity to enjoy the freedom and fun of being at sea or in their supposedly natural habitat.